This is Ryan Watches a Movie, where we get our friend Ryan to watch a movie and tell us what he thought.
Going balls out in the lumberyard. Watching the Grunion Pro Magi. Little kids got naked and had lots of sex. Don't even waste your time.
Hello and welcome to Ryan Watches a Movie. This is episode number 79. My name is Adam. Today we're joined by Kevin. How are you, Kevin?
I'm doing well.
All right. Ryan, how are you?
I hate TNT.
You
hate TNT?
Yes.
Okay. Let's give some context to that comment. What movie did we have you watch this week?
Pirates of Silicon Valley.
Pirates of Silicon Valley. Picked this in honor of Jobs coming out this week. This is directed by Martin Burke, stars Nell Wiley and Anthony Michael Hall. I guess that's it. I was just giving a brief. I was just perusing the cast list here real quick. Did I mention that this came out in 1999?
No, but it's good to reiterate.
Yeah. Synopsis says history of Apple and Microsoft.
They keep it short.
They don't even.
But extremely informative.
They don't even bother with like a full sentence there.
Nope. Just a fragment of a sentence.
All right. Well, we do have a trailer here, so let's give this bad boy a listen. This is Pirates of Silicon Valley.
Bill Gates and Steve Jobs were never ordinary kids.
Why own the computer?
Because they do what you want them to.
And while they didn't know it then, their paths would
There's
cross
something really going on out there in California.
to change their lives and change the world.
I don't even think IBM knows who we are. Good. That's our stuff. You realize that's like stealing from a book? Dude, I'm Bill Gates, chair of Microsoft. We wrote some of your language. It's good to see you.
Okay. No. You just point.
Their race to the top will turn technical evolution into cultural revolution.
You guys are supposed to be writing programs.
You demolished that guy.
That's all you know how to do is tear people down.
Steve Jobs is killing us.
They made the stuff for selling IBM look about a decade out of date.
I want it. It's Apple's. We can't just go and steal it. I want it!
They would take on the world and take on each other.
You know what they say in the mafia? You keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
We're here for our
Oh,
night with your
shit.
president, Mr. Gates.
All right. Oh my God, that trailer is amazing.
At first, I thought it was fake. I thought it was like some pedophile thing at the very beginning.
What?
Some
When he
pedophile.
when he was talking about the kids, or talking to the kid,
It's okay.
it just crossed my mind. I have a very
Brain works in
fucked up.
very odd ways.
Sure. Yeah.
You're just ridiculous.
Well, the funny thing about that trailer is it sounds like an 80s trailer. But this came out in 99.
It sounds epic, though. Sounds like an epic film.
It does
Epic.
sound. Was it epic, Ryan? Let's talk about it.
This is an epic pile of shit.
Oh,
Still epic, though.
It was fucking made for TV.
That doesn't mean anything, okay? TV movies are quality.
Tell me, Kevin, what is the last TV movie you saw that was good?
I saw one last night. Actually, it was called Clear History with Larry David.
Well, now name one that's not
Well,
on
that
HBO.
doesn't count.
Name one that's not on HBO. I don't know of any that have happened anytime recently.
Lifetime movies?
I don't watch those.
How about, doesn't Sci-Fi make some? Like Sharknado?
Yeah,
Was that a TV?
Yeah, Sharknado was.
Was that a TV film?
Mm-hmm. I think so,
Sweet. Nice.
but I didn't see it.
NATO
So.
and Gatorade.
What did you say?
Gatorade.
Why haven't you watched those yet? Why haven't we forced you to watch any of those?
I'm kind of glad. I don't know, but I'm glad.
I think Roger
gonna
Corman
find it.
has a new one coming out called Mermantula versus Terracuda or something like that.
Oh,
Yes.
no.
So what
Let's
what
go back
happens
to
in
Pirates.
what happens in Pirates of Silicon Valley?
Basically, what you read, that's all I was gonna say beforehand. It's the history of Apple and Microsoft, more Apple, and it's just that Steve Jobs was an asshole. So I'm not really sure if it. I don't think he was an asshole in real life.
I think he was. I don't think he was an asshole. I think that he was just. I think if you worked for him, I think it was probably tough.
Well, he pulls a lot of straight up dick moves in this movie.
See,
And
would
you
you
hate him?
label him like a son of a bitch? Seems like a son of a bitch type
Yeah.
thing. Son of a bitch.
In this, yeah. See, and all the other like Silicon Valley related movies, Bill Gates always dickhead.
Please name those.
Yeah.
What are those?
Um,
you just say it like
there's
a huge thing.
There were two of them on TNT, weren't there?
TNT?
I don't know.
Weren't there two Microsoft movies?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure there were.
Like,
I don't know.
Like made for TV movies or documentaries?
Yeah, made for TV.
I don't recall.
I've seen a couple of them at some point.
I'm consulting the internet as we speak.
Yeah, why don't you do that?
And he was always an asshole.
Well, I think both of them were kind of assholes. At least in this movie, they were assholes. I mean, obviously we can't say for sure, but
now, who was the guy that in the trailer screams, "I want it now"?
That was Bill Gates, I think. Right? Anthony Michael Hall.
That was hilarious.
He looked a lot like Bill Gates.
Well, I think both of them looked like the people that they were playing. I think Noah Wiley looked a lot like Steve Jobs.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, but
you got to remember that this was this is kind of the interesting thing about this movie is that it came out in '99, so this was before Apple like exploded. This was like right when they were starting to come back because at this point Steve Jobs left. I don't think he was back by '99. I'm not sure. But he was gone, and as soon as he left Apple, it pretty much, crumbled. And they actually needed Bill Gates to bail them out. And I think that
he didn't leave Apple. He got fired.
No, he got fired. Yeah,
for being a son bitch.
That's funny. He got fired by the guy he hired.
Who was wasn't he the owner of Pepsi? Was it Pepsi or Coke?
He was like the president. I don't know if that made the owner as well.
No.
But he is the president of Pepsi, apparently.
I think that guy is Dermot Mulroney in the new one, in the Jobs movie, I think. So
my name's Dermot.
Okay. We can make that happen.
Dermot.
I remember that this had it was like a mockumentary for some reason too. Like
that sounds terrible.
Yeah, there were scenes where there were like confessional interviews.
Oh god.
And there were also points throughout this where the action like stopped completely, and like I don't know how to explain. Like at one point they were in a meeting and the whole meeting scene paused, and one of the guys just like removed himself and narrated on the whole scene.
Yeah, so it was like for a little clarification, it was like the scene was happening, right? And then they'd pause it. Everything would stop. All the people would stop moving. And then the one guy would get up and start giving exposition about what was going on.
Yeah.
That sounds like the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
I mean, they do it, they've done that in other movies.
And it didn't work then, so why did it work now?
One of my fondest memories of Pirates of Silicon Valley is watching it all the time in school. In high school.
In high school?
Yeah.
When the hell did we watch this?
I watched it in Mrs. Cross's one of her computer classes. We
Mrs.
watched
Cross.
it.
I don't even remember Mrs. Cross.
Probably didn't have any of those classes. She did all the different computer classes, and she did like marketing classes, and I'm sure this is very interesting to the listeners.
People love this kind of shit.
This got an 89% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, I'm actually reading a lot that, people enjoy this.
I enjoy it for the nostalgia, but that's pretty much.
I liked it because I'm, into computers, but the actual movie was not cool at all.
It definitely feels like a made-for-TV movie. I watched this probably a year ago. I rewatched it. I don't know why. I just decided to check it out. And actually, I read the Walter Isaacson, the book on Steve Jobs, and I've seen some other stuff about Steve Jobs, and it seems like at least the broad strokes of what happens in this actually did happen. So it seems at least somewhat accurate.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I can't get past the cover for this.
Oh, it's
just
great.
the looks on their two faces. I've never seen a look like that from Michael.
In every other Steve Jobs movie, he's the one that's like rubbing his chin like he's thinking.
What?
See how Bill Gates would think. In every other cover I've seen of Steve Jobs, he's doing the exact buzz.
It's because they're thinkers. They're visionaries.
Thinking.
Let's talk about Martin Burke, the director. Most notably, I would say he did. I guess he didn't really direct anything decent. Just a lot of TV documentaries and TV movies.
He did the Clown Murders. The fucking Clown Murders, dude.
I kind of want to see the Clown Murders.
With John Candy.
John Candy.
The Clown Murders.
And that was back in 76, so that's probably before.
Killer Targets Trick-or-Treaters on Halloween.
Little trick-or-treaters getting murdered. It sounds like by John Candy.
How could John Candy be a murderer? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. Well, the tagline is, it started as a joke.
I just saw a movie that was like pretty much the exact same thing as that. It was called Stitches.
Oh, yeah.
Well, anyway, this guy, Martin Burke, did write Top Secret. You guys remember Top Secret?
How can you not?
Nope.
You don't remember Top Secret, Ryan?
Describe it.
It was a David Zucker movie, the guy that did Airplane, and
Val Kilmer.
It was Val Kilmer. He was a secret agent.
Nope.
Yeah, it was one of the screwball comedies. It was a screwball comedy.
You
kidding?
What's wrong with you? The hell is wrong with you?
Homework assignment today. You need to watch Top Secret.
You're damn right you do.
I'm a sheltered person.
Well, we gotta get you watching this film. Stat.
Yeah.
One of my favorite parts of this was when Ridley Scott was talking to Steve Jobs. Oh, it wasn't the real Ridley Scott. It was someone playing Ridley.
That's your favorite part?
Yes.
Just those two talking to each other?
Yes, because it made me laugh out loud.
Well, I mean, it's just like Steve Jobs wasn't the real Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
You mean there were actors portraying real life people? Is that what's going on in Pirates of Silicon? Because that just blew my mind. Who would have thought? It's a crazy idea.
Oh my. All right. Let's go ahead and give your drum roll on this. All right, Ryan, what do you give Pirates of Silicon Valley?
4.
4 out of 10. Now, what about Jobs? What do you think about that?
I kind of want to see that.
Oh, yeah?
I'm interested.
I'm a little interested, but like I said, I read the biography, and I just have a feeling that there's not going to be a lot there that I don't already know, and I think that I will find it boring because of that.
It's also directed by the guy that did Swing Vote.
Oh yeah, yep. Which we had you watch previously, Ryan.
Which, if I remember correctly, Ryan loved it.
I remember you loving Swing Vote.
Were you a huge fan of Swing Vote?
No.
I thought you were like a Costner fan.
No.
I have a feeling the job's gonna end up like Lovelace, which just came out.
There's no reason for this to exist.
Well, I heard that there was. I don't know if the other one is still in production. Aaron Sorkin was doing one.
Yeah, that's right. Well, what? Why did they do this? It irritates me.
I don't know if it was planned, but
his is called Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs. One up in the jobs. Steve Jobs.
Is that still happening? Is he still?
It says it's still in development. I don't know if
because on IMDb it's not listed or anything. So maybe because of this other one they canceled it.
Who knows?
Well, either way,
you're better off in it because you don't need to see the same story in mind.
Well, if I had to choose, I'd probably rather pick the Sorkin one.
Yeah, I mean, faced with the decision of a film done by the director of Swing Vote or one written by Aaron Sorkin, that's pretty easy.
Yeah, I mean, he did do The Social Network, so seems fitting.
Well, then, I would rather watch that.
Yeah, but who knows when or even if that's going to happen now because of this one. Thanks, Joshua Michael Stern.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
What do you think? What do you guys think about Ashton Kutcher as Steve Jobs?
He looks like him.
Yep.
And outside of that, who gives a fuck? He's a terrible actor. But he actually looks slightly decent in this.
Yeah.
Do you think it's an Ashton Kutcher comeback? Even though he's never been here?
Yeah.
He's of the word making a new butterfly effect. He's trying to get his name out there.
There actually is a new butterfly effect in the works.
I know, that's why I said that.
Oh.
Is that what he's striving for right now?
That's where he's at in his life. He's just hoping they can make another butterfly effect. Is he even involved with it?
I doubt it.
I don't think he is.
I doubt it.
I know that the creator of the original one is involved somehow, but it's like a reboot. It's not like a sequel or anything.
About time.
I don't mind Ashton Kutcher.
I like that movie.
I know you do.
You fucking love that movie.
I know you do. I remember like going over to your house and you were watching that shit like every day for a week, and it was like some Japanese bootleg of it.
Yeah.
Oh god.
This is walk in his house. There it is on the TV again. Butterfly effect.
Like a butterfly effect memorabilia all over the place.
I'm gonna get you. Do you think they have a butterfly effect Mondo poster?
Butterfly effect action figures.
I'm gonna get you the 3-disc Criterion set of Butterfly Effect.
Sweet.
All right. Any final thoughts on Jobs, Ryan? Or not Jobs? Pirates of Silicon Valley.
TV movie. Stupid. Nope.
What?
What the?
TV movie. Stupid. Nope.
Yep.
What?
Correct.
All right. Well, I think.
What the hell was that?
I think that's a.
I'm tired of saying "don't waste your time" because
that's your catchphrase, you son of a bitch. You gotta stick with it.
It seems like I say that a lot, so I'm trying to.
You made your bed, now sleep in it. All right?
Yeah, that's your catchphrase.
Yeah, you can't just drop a catchphrase.
If it's a "don't waste your time," you need to say it.
Okay, then don't waste your time.
All right, better. All right. For all latest film news and reviews, visit us at filmpulse.net. Email us at feedback@filmpulse.net. Follow us on Twitter at filmpulse.net. And be sure to rate us on iTunes. We appreciate that very much. For filmpulse.net, my name is Adam.
Kevin.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we will see you on Monday.
See you later.
Send us your email. All right. Send us your email. Let me just redo that.
Please keep all this in.
It'll go at the end. Don't worry.